Well, good Tuesday afternoon to you. How's everybody going? Welcome to Shaving Fuzzy. Welcome back. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all doing? So today, another work day. Blah, 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 blah. Night. Blah, 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 blah. Shave. Blah. Alright, now that we got all that out of the way. So it's Tuesday evening, so true to form, we're going to stick to Tabac Tuesday. We're going to use the shave stick today. Just because. It's a bucket of German goodness. Tobacco is good stuff. It really is. And as usual, when we use the tobacco, we're going to use the Clubman Musk because it's good stuff also. And today, we're going to break out the old Fuller brush handle. Old Fuller brush. And it's got a AOS knot in it. They came out of one of their little generic plastic handle brushy thingies. Now, the neat thing about the Fuller brush, I've shown this before, is that it's got its own little drip stand and all that it goes into, and then it sits up and looks nice on the counter in here, and there you go. I like it. Neat thing. And the OS knot fit just perfect in it. When I re-knotted it, there wasn't any issues at all getting it in there, and everything was good, great, and grand. Alright, so for a razor today, a rare, I'll call you back later, a rare, maybe not as rare as I like to pretend it is, but anyway, a fairly rare two-sided thingy shave. Today's going to be the Tuckaway, and as you can see, this one is, you know, not the prettiest bell at the ball. Really not. Got plate loss on the top of the cap there and everything, and it does have the normal little crack in the handle, but it's still nice and tight. Everything's working good, and the Tuckaway. Yeah, so you know, it's not in horrible shape, but it's definitely not the prettiest bell at the ball. But we're going to go and take our blade. This is the same little two-sided blade we've used for the last couple of two-sided shaves. So this should be about the third shave on it. And it's a Rapara. And we're going to stick it in there because we haven't used it up. I don't like to throw blades away just because, you know, because I like to throw them away once they get dull. But anyway, we'll get a blade in. No alignment issues or anything. And you got the nice open comb. I prefer open comb razors. I really do. I'm a fan of the open combs, and I don't know. Always kind of have been. So even in the you know, the original stuff, the single edge stuff, the real razor stuff, they I prefer the single edge a lot of times. All right, we're gonna dampen the face here like we normally do. Get everything all cleaned up. Now I want to try something, and we're gonna do it because I like to do it. We're not going to wet the end of the soap. We're just going to let the water on the face set, or dampness on the face, work with the soap, and see if we can get enough soap here. And you can see we got a little stubble there, so that always helps. Someone the other day was making fun of me and was telling me, you know, soaking, wetting the end of your shave stick before you use it is blooming. No, it's not. Blooming is when you put a puck in water and let it sit there and soak to soften. That's blooming. Putting a little moisture on the shave stick to get it on the face isn't blooming. But just because, I'm not even going to do that with a shave stick today. It's just the water from washing the face off. And then we're going to make sure we got a damp brush, not overly wet. Don't want it overly wet, you're going to sling lather all over the place. There's no need for overly wet, especially to start with. And we're going to start building the lather. We're going to face lather the way God intended it. You might not know that. I pointed that out the other day, that that's on a little scroll that was found somewhere in the desert somewhere, that, you know, God-like face lather. And I'll call you back a little bit later. So if anybody's keeping score, that's 2 phone calls during the shave here so far. I'm not sure what the record is, but that's 2. All right. It looks like we're going to get a really, really nice lather. Now, nice lather is subjective. I'll admit it. Some people want buttercream. They want big piles of shiny, goopy, super goop, I've heard it called. From somebody I like, no less. Really, I do. Great guy. But he wants super goop. Piles of shiny, shiny lather. Yeah, don't really need all that. It's just a waste of time and a waste of soap and a waste of effort, and It is not fuzzy approved. Alright, so look at there. So we didn't wet the end of the shave stick. And, you know, if you want to call that thin and pasty lather, that's fine with me. I'll tell you right here that it's nice, it's dense, it's slick, it's nice. Alright, another shot of the Cafe Bustelo. It's not a bad way to get the day started. And off we go with the Tuckaway. Now, I don't remember the last time I shaved with this razor. I vaguely remembered having it. I don't remember getting it. And look at it. There's plenty of lather on the face. I mean, you know. But anyway, it's like all the other two-sided thingies that are not damaged. It'll shave just fine. It's an open comb, obviously. Feels good. The true story. I was in a conversation one time online. I'm pretty sure it was the Shaved In. And we were discussing open comb razors and why we liked open comb razors. And there was some guy that chimed in and said that he liked open comb razors because he loved the little cornrow looking tracks that they left when he shaved. Let that soak in just a second. He loved the little cornrow. You may see cornrows anywhere? He got laughed out of the room. Probably. I don't really remember, but I'm sure I had a few things to say about that just because I know me. There's a certain group of people, and we all know them, that absolutely have to be in on any conversation going on. They just have to. Well, you know what I did? I went to re-lather and I still hadn't shaved a little downward patch because, you know, my beard grows different under my chin than down here, so I got to shave it down to go against the grain. So anyway, I missed that. That's all right. It's an easy pickup. Notice it by the time I started to throw more lather on. But anyway, there's a certain group of people that have to be in any conversation that's going on, irregardless of whether they know anything about the subject or not. And those people usually tickle me. And I'm usually the guy to point out you don't know what you're talking about. Usually in a nicer way than that, I will say. Nice little cornrows from an open comb. Which either meant that, you know, he never had used one. Never had seen one used. Or he never put a blade in his. I don't know. Don't have a clue. You've also got people that constantly have to be talking or they feel highly uncomfortable. Not that way either, believe it or not. I can sit in a room, let's say a guard shack at work, and I can sit in a room for a long time without talking to anybody. Just because I really don't have anything to say at the time. Doesn't bother me a bit. Not sure if there's such a thing as an awkward silence when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just don't, yeah. I don't like people. And sometimes people find that hard to believe, but I don't like people. I had someone tell me one time, oh, you mean you don't like talking to people? No, I don't like people. I really don't. When I'm at work, it's one thing in uniform. But when I'm out of work, I'm an introvert. I don't like people. My sister, bless her heart. My sister's a wonderful person, by the way. She really is. But my sister, bless her heart, says this is how I socialize. So hey, y'all my social circle. How you like that? How you like that? But anyway, while we've been sitting here jabbering, we've managed to get a really nice shave out of this old Tuckaway. They really are nice shavers. The old open combs. I'm not 100% sure where that razor dates to. I'm sure I've looked it up and the serial number and everything, but I don't remember. If I can remember to do it, sometime or the other, I'll look the serial number up and I'll throw it in the description here. I'll edit it in sometime. I'm thinking 1930s, ish. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Gillettes. There's a lot of things I'm not an expert on, but definitely an expert on Gillettes. And but we'll see if we can remember to do that. But if you get a chance to pick one up, I will say this: if you like double-sided thingies, and all you're shaving with is the newer double-sided thingies, you really need to check out the vintage stuff. Vintage stuff is just classy. It's just cool. I mean, look at that. And I know there's companies today that are making fancy handles and they're machining the open comb, and all there are copies, generally copies of the old stuff. So why not get the old stuff? And generally the old stuff is cheaper. And then everybody gets to hollering, well, you know, I want a modern made razor that's going to last, and it feels like this and it feels like that, and you know, it's quality materials. And I'm sitting there thinking, these things have lasted, you know, a lot of them over 100 years. Pretty quality material, good workmanship apparently, and the things are still going. That always tickles me when people use that argument for paying a bunch of money. Hold that thought. Give it. All right, so that argument always tickles me. You want something because you want something, great. Where Fuzzy kind of bites back is when people start saying they want it because it's better. What do you mean better? You know, this razor I'm shaving with now is probably close to 100 years old. I've got razors that are well over 100 years old. And they're still shaving. Clean up around the goatee here. Didn't get very close into the bottom. I wonder how that happened. Oh, there we go. And they're still shaving just fine today. And they look incredible. But anyway, people are going to be people and do what people do, and that's great. You say you want to spend your money, spend your money. By golly, knock it out. All right. And if you want something else to yell at me about, I don't like Glocks either. Thank you very much. If you like a Glock, that's fine. I don't like a Glock. Sorry. All righty. There we go. Got a good shave going. Oh, what do I like you say? Well, I know it's going to be hard to believe. I really do. But Fuzzy is a revolver and pump shotgun guy. Bolt action rifles. With an exception. For some reason, I really like semi-automatic 22 rifles. I've got several of them and I love them. But other than that, I'm a pump shotgun revolver type for the most part. Alrighty, well there we go. We're done. Clean up a little bit here and finish getting dressed for work. And we smell good with the Clubman musk. Got a good shave from the Tuckaway there that we haven't used in a while. In our Shorty's mug. Shorty's is a casino, or I don't know if they still call it Shorty's, but anyways, casino I spent 8 years working surveillance in. Cypress Bayou Casino. Shorty's. I think it's all just called Cypress Bayou now. I think they took the Shorty names out, but I don't know. I haven't been over there in a while. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Good seeing you. Glad y'all got to see me. Hope everything's going good in your world. Everything's great in the fuzzy hood today. We'll holler at y'all later. And remember, always, happy shavies.